Hey everybody, so welcome to another crypto update. We're going to be talking about a couple of interesting topics. Basically, we've got some big news in the space, so we're going to be talking about that. And then we're also going to go over a couple of different price predictions and things of that nature. Okay, so if you haven't already, don't forget to like and also smash the subscribe button. Also, let me know down in the comments below if you would like for me to do a couple of videos on running a Bitcoin node. So it's one thing I've been wanting to do for a long time. Um, I'm just the average person, like a lot of you. I invest quite a bit of my own money, what I think is a lot of money, into crypto, and I really want to be part of this, this revolutionary take on blockchain in general. So let me know if you'd like to see some videos on how to run your own Bitcoin node. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm actually just copying a copy of the Bitcoin blockchain right now to one of my hard drives. So kind of cool. So let's get into the prices today. Bitcoin is at 22,679. So we will refresh the page. 22,651. And then Ethereum, we're at 1,600 bucks. We're down 6%. So we were down roughly 15% at one point today, 11 to 15%, something around that range. So it's kind of, it's caught back a little bit, but Ethereum's had a bit of a tough day because a few days ago, ETH rose pretty high. So that's where everybody was starting to talk about the flippening, meaning Ethereum's going to have a bigger market cap than Bitcoin. But anyways, yeah, so let's get into some of the big news. I want to dive into what I think is pretty big news. Number one, BlackRock teams up with Coinbase and crypto market expansion. So if you don't know who BlackRock is, they are a company. I actually listened to one of the audiobooks of Stephen A. Schwartzman, and he used to run in high school and do all these different things. Very competitive, extremely intelligent dude. He's one of the founders of crypto. So, anyways, BlackRock is opening up the window, the possibility for their investors to get into Bitcoin. So I think there's going to be a lot of big moves happening. So the fact that BlackRock Inc. is partnering with Coinbase, who is one of the biggest online exchanges, this is big because right now institutions, big companies, they have a hard time, a difficult legal time, trying to bridge the gap between, utilizing their fiat funds. So basically, BlackRock, they invest a lot of money for investors, and it's hard for them to buy cryptocurrencies because of regulation. We don't really know what it is yet, so there's going to be a lot of big changes. But to make a long story short, this is going to be big. So Coinbase is up 15%. Let's take a look at some other stuff. And also, BlackRock is a massive company. I think they're probably one of the they either are or are very close to the top real estate holders in the world. Like they're at least in the U.S. I don't know if it says in the article anywhere, but BlackRock is massive. Let's just take a look. Let's take a look here. BlackRock Holdings. I believe they're worth like, I don't know, trillions, just trillions of dollars. Let's see. Top 10 shareholders. Let's see their portfolio, just to give you an example. Like, let's see if we could even read these numbers of how much money BlackRock has. They have a ton of Apple stock too, and they are a public company. Look at that. Like, what number is that? Was that 3 trillion, 4 trillion? Like, they probably have more money than like Egypt. So also, if you want a little bit of advice, at least something that's logical, you could look at these companies who've been around for a long time. If you want to invest in the things that are probably going to be around for a few years, definitely take a look at, what these companies are holding. So if we look here, BlackRock, I think we saw some Apple, right? So you could look at their top holdings, of these companies. So They own Apple, Exxon, etc., Tesla. Like when these big companies are pushing towards Bitcoin, it's going to be a big deal because they're not messing around. And these people have a lot more experience than you may imagine, right? So let's see what else they say. The partnership is a validation of the future of blockchain and digital assets. Also, a validation to Coinbase's reputation. So it's like an interview that they had. What else did I find interesting? There was something else in here. Yeah, Coinbase went up quite a bit, but yeah, all around it's just really positive news. They seem extremely optimistic about it, and the fact that they're partnering with Coinbase, it seems like this is going to be a big step, and this is a way for a lot of money to get put into cryptocurrencies. Definitely let me know in the comments below. Do you think BlackRock partnering with Coinbase is a big deal or not? I think it's massive. I think it's a really big deal because this is again bridging the gap to, institutions, people who have never gotten into cryptocurrencies because it's quite different than fiat. Coinbase is basically an online exchange where you can put money, like utilize US dollars, and then buy Bitcoin. The Bitcoin, Coinbase holds it for you. But Coinbase is also innovating too, where there's you have to look it up. We probably have a video on the YouTube channel. You should know the difference between cold wallets and hot wallets. Hot wallets are basically an online exchange where, similar to like a gold stock, they would hold on to the stock for you. Whereas a cold wallet, it's kind of like having physical gold or having like the physical item on you, right? So you actually have it in your possession. So that's what you can do with cryptocurrencies. You can do that, for example, with a hardware wallet. So my cryptos aren't on this device, but this device gives me access to the coins. I don't have to log into an account where Coinbase holds it for me. You know what I mean? So there's no bank, there's no middleman. You are the bank. All right, so it's going to be a big deal. And let's get into the second big piece of news. This is going to be MicroStrategy. What else can I say? I mean, this is the guy that brought crypto pretty, he's the first guy to take a big company and buy a lot of crypto, right? So Michael Saylor, I believe he owns the most Bitcoin in the world. He's up there, probably top two, top three. But he stepped down, right? In terms of CEO role, so I believe he's still on the board. I think he's just a director now, but it makes for a nice headline, right? Like CEO Michael Saylor after his 1 billion loss. Yes, they lost $1 billion, but their average price that they got in at, I think they're still doing well. I think their average price is like, um, I don't know. I think they're doing all right. I'd have to look that up again. But I know they bought a lot at 10,000. But then they also bought quite a bit at like 40. So anyways. So yeah, this is basically it. It's just a big deal because, Elon Musk, I believe, called him Giga Chad and all that. But yeah, he's very bullish on Bitcoin. He believes it's the digital gold, which it is. It's the biggest, largest decentralized blockchain in the world. So meaning that it's not controlled by one government, not one central location, but it's decentralized, meaning if you want, let's just put it this way. If you want to hack Bitcoin, you'd have to, it wouldn't really be possible because there's so many different miners and nodes in the world. I mean, I'm setting one up now. Like the whole ecosystem is becoming extremely, extremely decentralized, which is making it even more secure every day, right? So, anyways, Bitcoin is king at this point, and I think it's, I think people are really viewing it as a digital store of value. In kids growing up today, I don't think they want any gold. I don't know anybody that has gold, but I know people that want Bitcoin because gold, it's hard to hold on your phone, right? Whereas Bitcoin, you can hold it very easily. You can send it for a fraction of the cost. If you have Heck, if you even have $1,000 of gold, like you can't just have it lying around. You can't leave it in your car. So Bitcoin is very interesting in that way, where it's almost like an invisible store of wealth as well. So I could talk about this all day. Anyways, I just wanted to give you all an update. That's where we're at. We will do one quick refresh. Again, Bitcoin, $22,679. And then hopefully in the future, we will go over some of this. So right now I'm copying a version of the blockchain, and I'll go over how to do Lightning payments, how to set that up, how to earn a bit of passive income with your crypto. If that interests you, comment down below. So that's all we have for you. We will see you all in the next one.